What do Puma and Adidas have in common? Well, besides both being German sportswear giants, they were founded by two brothers who absolutely hated each other. This is the incredible, drama-filled story of Adidas. Our story begins in the small town of Herzogenaurach, Germany. In the early 1920s, a young man, Adolf Dassler, or Adi for short, started making sports shoes in his mother's laundry room. Adi was a quiet, meticulous craftsman, obsessed with creating the perfect shoe for every athlete. His vision was simple: provide every athlete with the best possible equipment. Soon, his older brother, Rudolf, or Rudy, joined the business. Rudy was the complete opposite of Adi. He was a loud, extroverted salesman, a natural at making deals and connections. Together, they were the perfect team. Adi handled the innovation and production, while Rudy handled the sales and marketing. They founded the Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory in 1924, and business started booming. Their big break came in 1936 at the Berlin Olympics. In a bold move, Adi Dassler drove to the Olympic Village with a suitcase full of his spiked athletic shoes. He managed to persuade the American sprinter, Jesse Owens, to wear them. This was a huge risk, especially in Nazi Germany, but it paid off spectacularly. Jesse Owens went on to win 4 gold medals, and the Dassler brothers' shoes were suddenly famous worldwide. Orders flooded in from all over the globe, and their factory was producing 200,000 pairs of shoes a year before World War II. But then, the war changed everything. The brothers' relationship, already strained by their different personalities and their wives' mutual dislike, began to completely fall apart. The exact cause of their feud is a mystery shrouded in family legend. One popular story says that during an Allied bombing raid, Adi and his wife took shelter in a bomb shelter where Rudy and his family were already hiding. Adi supposedly exclaimed, "The dirty bastards are back again," referring to the Allied bombers, but Rudy was convinced he was talking about him and his family. The seed of mistrust was planted. During the war, the brothers were both members of the Nazi Party, a common step for businessmen at the time to keep their factories running. Their factory was even converted to produce military equipment. After the war, American soldiers investigating their Nazi ties questioned both brothers. Rudy was arrested and suspected of being a Gestapo agent, and he was convinced that Adi had tipped off the Americans. When Rudy was later arrested again, this time by the denazification authorities, he was certain Adi was behind it. The betrayal, whether real or imagined, was the final nail in the coffin for their relationship. In 1948, the Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory was no more. They split the company, its assets, and even its employees. It was a division that literally split the town of Herzogenaurach in two. Rudy took one factory, or one side of the Aurach River, and Adi took the other. Rudolf first named his new company Ruder, from his name Rudolf Dassler, but soon changed it to the more athletic-sounding Puma. Adi, on the other hand, combined his nickname Adi with the first 3 letters of his surname Dassler to create Adidas, and with that, one of the greatest rivalries in business history was born. The town of Herzogenaurach became known as the town of bent necks, because people would always look down to see which brand of shoes you were wearing before deciding whether to talk to you. The two companies' employees were forbidden from interacting. They went to different bakeries, different pubs, and their kids went to different schools. The rivalry was fierce, personal, and it fueled a relentless drive for innovation on both sides. Adi Dassler continued his obsession with product development. In 1949, he registered a shoe with 3 parallel stripes, a design that would become the iconic, globally recognized trademark of Adidas. He wasn't just a businessman, he was an inventor. He created the first football boots with screw-in studs, a revolutionary idea that gave the West German national team a significant advantage in the muddy conditions of the 1954 World Cup final. They beat the heavily favoured Hungarian team in what became known as the Miracle of Bern. and Adidas shoes were on the feet of the champions. Throughout the 50s, 60s, and 70s, Adidas dominated the world of sports. They expanded from shoes to apparel and other equipment. The three stripes were everywhere, on the feet of legendary athletes like boxer Muhammad Ali, tennis star Stan Smith, and footballer Franz Beckenbauer. The company was synonymous with athletic victory and performance. Audi himself was always on the sidelines, personally talking to athletes, listening to their needs, and tinkering with his designs. He held over 700 patents by the time he passed away in 1978. After Adi's death, his wife Keith, and then their son Horst took over the company. Horst was a marketing visionary. He understood the power of sports marketing and sponsorship deals long before anyone else. He signed massive deals with international sports federations like FIFA and the International Olympic Committee, making Adidas the official supplier and cementing its global presence. But Horst also saw an opportunity beyond the athletic field. In the 1980s, a new cultural movement was bubbling up in the streets of New York. Hip-hop, and one group, in particular, Run DMC, had a special affinity for Adidas. They wore the tracksuits and, most famously, the Adidas Superstar sneakers, without laces. They even wrote a song about it, My Adidas. In 1986, an Adidas executive attended a Run DMC concert at Madison Square Garden. When the group asked the crowd to hold up their Adidas shoes, thousands of sneakers shot into the air. The executive was stunned. He immediately saw the potential and signed Run DMC to a $1 million endorsement deal. It was the first ever partnership between a sports brand and a music act, a groundbreaking move that blurred the lines between sports, music, and fashion. The Adidas Superstar transcended the basketball court and became a staple of street style, proving that sportswear could be cool. However, the late 80s and early 90s were a difficult time for Adidas. Following Horst Dassler's sudden death in 1987, the company lost its direction. A series of poor business decisions and fierce competition, especially from a rising American company called Nike, pushed Adidas to the brink of bankruptcy. For the first time, the Dassler family was no longer in control. The company was sold to a French industrialist named Bernard Tapie, who later sold it to Robert Louis Dreyfus in 1993. Louis Dreyfus was the man who saved Adidas. He understood that the brand needed to reconnect with its roots in sport, while also embracing its cultural relevance. He moved production to Asia to cut costs, streamlined operations, and launched massive marketing campaigns that brought the brand back into the spotlight. In 1997, Adidas acquired the Salomon Group, a French company specializing in ski equipment, and renamed itself Adidas Salomon AG. A few years later, in 2006, they made an even bigger move, acquiring their American rival, Reebok. This move solidified Adidas's position as a global powerhouse, second only to Nike. Today, Adidas is more than just a sports brand. It's a cultural icon. It represents a history of innovation, a legacy of athletic excellence, and a fusion of sports and style. From Adi Dassler's workshop to Jesse Owens' gold medals, from the World Cup pitch to the concert stage, the story of Adidas is a testament to the power of a simple idea to make the best possible product for the athlete. And what about the brothers? Adi and Rudi Dassler never reconciled. They died in the 1970s and are buried in the same cemetery in Herzogenaurach, but as far apart as possible. Their feud fueled a competition that pushed both companies to incredible heights. It's a story of family, betrayal, and a rivalry so intense it split a town in two, but ultimately gave the world two of its most iconic brands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the brands that shape our world. See you in the next one.